Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to use the sampleBy in a PySpark. sampleBy performs stratified sampling on a data frame. I might be pronouncing it totally wrong, so just make sure maybe you guys have a better pronunciation, so you can go with that. So here is strata, that means the groups are defined by a column, e.g., for example, by name or category. You give a sample fraction for each of the group and the Spark returns the sample data frame without a replacement. Now here is our sample data that we are going to divide into different groups and get the data. When you want to sample different percentages from each group, then we will use this sampleBy. So here's my sample data. We have a name and department. So you see that Amish Azad, this is multiple times here, Ali Raza is multiple times here, Bob is multiple times here in this sample data. And here I'm creating my data frame df by using create a data frame function. I'm using this sample data and the list of the columns for the schema. Here once this schema and data is provided, we will be having our data frame ready and we can use a df.show to see the results. So now once we have the data frame, we can count per group. If I will say df data frame dot group by and then use the name column and then take a count, then it's going to return me the name and then a count in each of that. So we can take a look from there. So I'm going to execute this, so you see the original data frame and also you will see how many times the name column have different values. So here it is, and you can see that we have our original data frame and we have name and department, and then here I'm taking count per name by before sampling. So this is a straightforward 100% accurate records. So Ali Raza, the total count is 3 in this data frame. Bob is 2 and Amish Azar is 3 and Lisa is 4. So this is the count of each name in this data frame. Now if we further go ahead and want to create this sample, what we will do, so here is the one we want to apply sampleBy with different sampling rates. Here for sampling 50% for Lisa, 70% for Ali Raza and 100% for Amish Azad. So I will define a fraction here, then the names right here, and then how much the percentage. So I see 0.5, 0.7 and 1, that's 100%, this is 70%, this is a 50%. And now I have sample data frame and I applied on this sampleBy on the actual data frame. So df.sample by, and then we have the name of the column on which we would like to provide this or apply the sampleBy function. And here we will provide the fractions. So fractions is equal to fraction. You could have given any name what you want, maybe fraction 1 or here, so you will just change it right there. And seed is equal to 42. Seed you can put and like let's say if I am providing 42, it means every time I run it, so it's gonna give me the same values. So that's what it is. Now if I will go ahead and take a look on the sample underscore df, that's gonna return me the value according to these values that I have provided in the fractions. So let's go ahead and execute this and take a look. So here it is. You can see that for Amish Azad we did 100%, so it took almost all the records here from the Amish Azad. So that's the group it created. For Ali Raza we did 70%. It also showed pretty much all the results here. For Lisa we did 30% and it is 50% is only shown one Lisa. So you might be surprised, like even you are doing all this. Let's say here if I will do Lisa 1, now what's going to happen, or 90% I could have done actually, and here is Ali Raza 30. So you can play with these and see how exactly the sampling is working. So if I go ahead and execute this again, now you will see a little change in the number of those values. So let me actually print this out. So here's the outcome, and for Amish Azad it was 100%. So we see all the records here. When we change Lisa to 100%, it's also showing all the records from Lisa, and there are 4 records, and this not showing anything from the Ali Raza. Even we have 30%. So that's kind of my data set is small, and you want to actually play with the list this little bit, and make sure you are getting what you are expecting from it. So now I change to 50%, and now even I don't have any record for the Ali Raza. So I think it's because I have a very small size data set, and that's the reason I'm not getting the sampling that I'm expecting. So it's not going to be 100%. So when I change to 70% Aliraza, now I see the results right here, you know. So you can change and play with it and all that, and then go from there. Now if you want to see, okay, count per group after sampling, you can run this sample data frame, and then you say count right there, group by, and then say count, and then show. So it's going to show you accordingly. So and then if you want to use the object instead of the string, you can also use that as well. So here is Bob. You know, I want to get the sample for Bob, so I applied on the original data frame, and this is sample by column. So that's my column, and then on the column I have fractions, but I'm putting on a value here for Bob, and I'm saying 100% right here. So and seed is 99. So here, if I run this one, it's going to get me the sample by this results here. So you see that I have this here sample only from Bob, and using a column object, and here is like Bob, and it's getting me all the 100%. So you see right there, Bob is in engineering department. So it is helpful, and you can see that sampleBy is used for group wise sampling, and you define a fraction per value in the column, and it is great for balance the ML training data testing and the subgroup analysis. So you can play with it, and you know, see what works best for you. And I hope this video will help you to learn how the sampleBy work and in the PySpark, and I will see you guys in the next video.